Okay, so compute the largest root. It's a fourth degree polynomial. There's a footnote there, so I'll briefly go through that with you. The question comes from a 2013 Stanford math tournament. Right. By the way, there's a link over here if you want to click on that. You can find those sample exams if you want. Right. It's an annual high school mathematics competition hosted by Stanford University. The competition aims to promote interest and enthusiasm for mathematics among high school students by providing them with challenging and thought-provoking problems to solve. Now, Grant, I found the 2013 to be the easiest one I looked at so far, by the way. I mean, some of them are quite difficult. But the bottom line, looking at it over here, the first thing I would look for, and it might seem unproductive, is I'd use the rational root theorem, although it's almost always unproductive. So I'm going to look at this one over here. It's going to be plus or minus the factors of 6 divided by the factors of 1. So it could be 1, could be 2, could be 3, could be 6. And then you might say, I'm going to test them out. Unfortunately, they'll all fail. So then I wonder, how am I going to factor that? And, the first thing I do is I look around for some groupings over here. And, looking at it, I'm going to say, you have to play around with it, by the way. Like, I don't see it immediately, by the way. But then, after a little bit of time, we're rearranging them, right? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 terms, by the way. And I'm looking at this thing. I'm going to say x4. And I got this one over here. And I'm going to say minus 5x squared. I want to make it look sort of quadratic, by the way. And then a constant term plus 6. This sort of looks quadratic to me. It also is factorable, right? Then I look at this thing over here, and that's going to be minus x cubed plus 2x. All right, so this is going to be my groupings over here. And this equals 0. My question is, can I factor that? Well, I can, but do they have a factor in common? I don't know yet. Let's take a look. And I'd factor an x out from the second grouping. And that's going to be x squared plus 2. All right? So let's see. I'm sorry, minus 2. I want to check that, though. That gives you a minus x cubed plus 2x. Yeah, it looks good. Let's do this. This is x4. I'm sorry, x2. What am I saying? Get my eraser out. I don't have to. It looks like I can make that a 2. x2. Well, that's promising. And then I'm going to say, it looks like minus 2 minus 3. Let me see if that's true. You do get x squared. I'm sorry, x4. Then you get minus 2 minus 3 minus 5x squared. Yep, looks good. Now, what do I know about this over here? X squared minus 2 does factor out. That's quadratic. And what do you get over here? You're going to get x squared minus 3 minus x equals 0. Well, I'm going to rearrange it a little bit. You get x squared minus 2. Here you're going to get x squared minus x minus 3 equals 0. And these are both quadratics, so they're easy to solve. I mean, the first one's incredibly easy to solve. It's just plus or minus the square root of 2. That's what x is. What's next going to be? Let's take a look. And let's see, 2. Get a 1 plus or minus. And now I got to do that, the radicand, right? So let's see, you get 1 minus 4. Oh, it's going to be plus 12 now. All right, so that's 4ac. So what do you get over there? You get, let's write these down, root 2 minus root 2. And then you're going to get 1 minus root 13 over 2, 1 plus root 13 over 2. All right, they're the 4 roots, by the way. And let's just go back over that. It's fourth degree polynomial. You expect to see 4 roots. Now, what's their question? Their question is compute the largest root. So I'm gonna throw this out immediately because it's a negative number, and 1 minus root 13 over 2 is a negative number. I'm between these two over here, but I hope you start to realize that looking at the square root of 13, it's bigger than 3, and 3 plus a number bigger than 3 plus 1 is bigger than 4. And 4 divided by 2, it's definitely going to be this one over here. All right, this one's out of the question. All right, so the biggest number is 1 plus root 13. This is the biggest root over 2. Put a little box in that. And we're done. Thank you.